Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. So I'm here with my fall makeup bag video, and I do these videos seasonally and I just share the makeup that I will be using for the season. So I have everything in front of me and I'll just go category by category. So I'll start off with face primer, and currently I have two things that I'm using. The first one is the Becca First Light Priming Filter. I really do like this. I don't know if it's just because it's purple and I just like the look of it, but I do really like this primer as a primer itself. So using that, and then something a little different, I'm also using the Milk Makeup, the Blur Stick. For this, I wasn't really sure how to use it. I was kind of using it in just certain areas, and I've also tried using it just like all over like my face as a primer, so I'm also using that as a primer. Next, I have my foundation, and the one I'm using, it's actually my only like actual foundation product, but it's the Urban Decay Naked Skin. I'm really enjoying this. It's really like a light weight consistency, which I like. I don't like the foundation to feel too heavy, but it's a good amount of coverage. So be using that. And then also I have BB cream, which I like to apply kind of throughout the week, or if I'm doing like a quicker makeup look, I really like BB cream for that. So I have two products. So the one I'm currently using is the Dr. Jart, the Black Label Detox BB cream. But this I'm almost out of. I don't think it will last me, probably will last me not even until the end of the month. But once I'm finished with this, then I'll start using this other Dr. Jart BB cream. I got like a set of them last year for my birthday. And this is the Dis-A-Pore BB cream. So that will also be used this fall. Next for concealer, I have two things. The first is my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is something I'm currently trying to use up in my Project 10 pan. I really like this for under my eyes. It's really nice, so definitely will be using that product. And then the other concealer is something I like to use more in like blemishes, that sort of thing. This is from Memebox, and it's the I'm a Concealer, and it's not with a doe foot applicator. It's a little bit of a thicker concealer where you like the squeezy tube type. So I find it's kind of nicer for blemishes, that type of thing, versus under the eye. So I also will be using that concealer. Then I have a few setting powders. So of course will be using my Too Faced Peach Perfect. This is the Mattifying Loose Setting Powder. I really like this. I just got this recently and I've really been enjoying it. It looks pink, but it goes on the face translucent. It smells like peaches, which is really nice. They're actually like sweet, kind of has like a candy scent, which I really like. And the packaging is really great because it has this little plastic like cover over where the holes that the product came out of, so it's like keeps it all intact. So I really like this, so definitely will be using this. And the other powder is a pressed powder, and this is actually something I just put in my purse. I can touch up throughout the day, but this is the Maybelline Fit Me, the Matte and Poreless powder, so I'll also be using that this fall. Then I have some blush products, actually two blush products, and they're also both from my Project 10 pan. So I have a cream blush, which is the Josie Maran Coconut Water Cheek Gelee. This is in Poppy Paradise. And I just find this is really nice to give like a kind of a natural glow on the cheeks. It just adds a little bit of color. So I do really like this kind of sheared out my cheeks. And then on top of that, I pair the Tarte Blush in Exposed, which is just a good like neutral, like nude sort of blush. So also we'll be using that this fall. Then for highlighter, I have a cream highlight, which is from Benefit. This is the What's Up highlighter. This I also have in my Project 10 pan to try to use up. Recently I've been using it, while it's still not cold yet, I've been kind of using it as like a body highlight, like on my collarbone, that sort of area. So that is that product. And then for a powder highlight, I recently was using, but just used up from the Balm, the Mary Luminizer. So now I've started to use a little bit more is the Mercier. This is the Matte Radiance Baked Powder Highlight 01. It's just a deluxe size. I feel like for highlighter, it's not a product I use every day, so I really like having deluxe size products, but that is what that one looks like. Just kind of a classic, more of like a champagne type of highlight, but that's what I have for a highlighter. And then for my kind of finishing powder, I have my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Ethereal Light. And I really, really like this. It's great just to put all over the face. It's really good if like you put too much blush on or want to like kind of diffuse your look. This is really nice. So that's what that one looks like. You can see I've hit a lot of pan on this. This is definitely a loved product in my collection. So that's for my finishing powder. And then for setting spray, I'm currently using this product. Is from Tarte, from the Rainforest of the Sea collection. It's the Mineral Boosting Mist, and I just use this one as a setting spray. I think you can use it like once you put your moisturizer on, or actually, you know, it says before putting, like on clean skin, before moisturizer. You can use that as kind of a primer or a setting spray. I mainly use it as a setting spray, but it's nice. I like it. It has like an orange scent, which is kind of nice. So that's what I'm currently using. So I think that's all my base products. Next I'll get into eye products. So for eyeshadow primer, of course I'm using my Nars Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. This is also another Project 10 Pan item, so definitely will be using this throughout fall. I have a few cream eyeshadows. So these are both from trèStiQue. I got earlier in the year. It was like a Sephora Point Perk with, I got like 6 of these little pencils. Currently I'm using 2 of them. They're kind of go-to shades currently. I have one in Tibetan Ivory, so it's just kind of a classic ivory cream type shade. That's what that one looks like. So if I want to do sort of a lighter look, or this is sort of like my go-to like daily like cream eyeshadow, or if it's just like a light makeup look, I will reach for this one. And then the other shade is slightly darker. It's more of a medium shade, but it's a more taupey color. This is the Morimoto Pearl Pink. So it's more cool toned, but slightly more like taupey than pink, I'd say, and that's what that one looks like. And this actually pairs really nicely with the Urban Decay eyeshadow in YDK, which is also a shade I'm trying to currently pan in my Project 10 pan, so I really like the combination of that shade and this product, so that also something I'll be using. Next I'll get into my eyeshadows. So of course I'll be using my Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. I do have 2 shades from this that I'm currently trying to pan. So I have the shade Foxy and then the shade YDK, as I mentioned. But you know, I also like to use other shades in this palette. Like currently with YDK, I like to pair it with Tease. That's what I currently have, like in the crease. And sometimes I'll pair it with like Blackout and Hustle as well. But you know, I can kind of just pull all the shades from this palette and wear them with the shades I'm trying to focus on. So this palette, definitely will be using this fall. We'll be getting a lot of use out of that palette this fall. To pair with that, I have a few things. I have my Urban Decay, the Naked 2 Basics palette, which, you know, they're supposed to kind of correspond together, but this is great. It has a brow bone highlight for me and just some other matte shades that I can kind of pair when I'm using that other palette. So this is what this one looks like, and this shade here in Skimp is what I use as a brow bone highlight. So definitely will be using this palette as well. And then I also have an Urban Decay single that I'll be using, and this is if I want a sort of champagne-y, shimmery, like light shade. This one will be really great to use. This is the Urban Decay eyeshadow in Sin, which is a shade from the original Naked palette, but I think it pairs well with the Naked 2 palette as well. So I'll also be using that. Next I have some eyeliners, or actually before I get to the eyeliners, I'll mention one other product, sort of eyeshadow product. And this is also, I think it goes really well with all the Naked shades, especially with YDK. I'm actually wearing it currently. And this is the Stila Glitter and Glow in the shade Smoldering Satin. It's more like a taupey type of tone to it, but it's like a glittery shade. So I'll also be wearing this item this fall. Now getting into eyeliners, I think I have 4 of them. So I have, of course, more Urban Decay. I have my 24/7 Glide On Pencil and Desperation. This is like a matte gray color. This is also something I'm currently trying to pan, so definitely will be using this. Another shade that I really like, which I also think goes really well with the Naked 2 palettes, is the 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Mushroom. It's a more taupey shade again. I really love taupey colors, but it has a little bit of a shimmer. So this one is nice like on the lower lash line. That's how I mainly use this one. So definitely be using that. And I also wanted to pull in some black liners. It's getting into fall. Sometimes you might want to do, or might want to do like more dramatic type looks. So I'm also having my makeup bag, the Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Crayon in Blacker. And I really like this. It's just a deluxe size, but it's really nice because it's retractable. So it's really great. So I really am enjoying that. And then also I have this like marker sort of eyeliner. This is from NYX. This is the super skinny eye marker. So I've also been playing around with that one. Next I have my mascara. So currently I have 2. One of them is kind of at the end of its life, and the other one I just started using. So it's kind of that like transition period between both of them. But the one I have been using for a few months now is the Buxom. This is the lash mascara, and I really like this. I really like the brush on it. It's one of those like plastic bristles with the really short bristles. I don't know, I just really like that type of wand. So really been enjoying that, and this definitely won't last me through all of fall. So the other mascara that I just started using is from Bobbi Brown. It's the Eye Opening Mascara, and this one, it's not horrible, it's just not my favorite, and it's mainly because of the wand. It's just like this very like fat wand, and maybe it's just because the wand is so short, it makes it a little bit difficult to use. I prefer the style of the Buxom one, but I will also be using this mascara this fall. Next I have my couple of brow products. So from Benefit I have the Gimme Brow. It's in shade 3 medium. And this is nice because it just adds a little bit of something to my brows, a little bit of color. I think this also has little like fibers in it, so it adds a little bit of volume and some color and like definition to my brows. So definitely will be using this product. And then the other product is the Makeup Forever, the brow gel. I'm not sure how long this will last. I don't know if it will last throughout all of fall, but I definitely will be using this. And it's just, I'm not sure why I'm showing it to you, but it's a clear brow gel. It's looking a little interesting because I will put this on first and then run this through my brows to kind of set everything, so the color of it has kind of changed a little bit, but I'll definitely be using those products. And then I think I just have lip products left. And of course for my lip products, I'll be using my 2 Project Pan lip glosses. So I have the Sephora Collection Oil Infusion in Bubbly Grenadine. Currently I just have this in my purse. It's just nice to reapply throughout the day. It's moisturizing, it adds a little bit of color, a little bit of shine, so definitely be using that. And then my other Project 10 Pan lip product is the Buxom Fallen Lip Cream in Berry Blast, which is super pretty. And I love the Buxom because they have that like peppermint sort of like tingle to them, so they're really nice. So definitely those will be my most used lip products, but I did want to add in a few, well, more than a few, but you know, even with using these products, I still like using lip balms and pairing stuff with the glosses, or maybe sometimes I just want to take a break from those products and use something else. So the other lip products I have, they're from Fresh and Bite, which are my 2 favorite like lip product brands. So from Fresh, I have just the Sugar Lip Treatment. It's just the original one. This I like to put, whatever lip product I wear, well, not all the time, but if I want to just like wear a lipstick, like this is something I'll put on first just to moisturize my lips if I don't want to mess with the color of the product I'm putting on top of it. So it's just a clear product. I just have a little bit of this left, but definitely will be using this fall. And then I have 3 more fresh sugar lip treatments, and they're all in like different berry type of tones. And I think that they pair really well. I've been pairing these underneath the Berry Blast product from Becca, because sometimes with a lip gloss, like you don't want to just wear it straight on your lips. You want to have something a little bit more moisturizing underneath. So I have these 3 different berry shades. This one is Tulip. This I currently have in my purse. It's the lightest, the sheerest of all 3 of them, so it's great to kind of reapply like quickly throughout the day. But that's what that one looks like. This is in Tulip. And then the other shades are Poppy. They're a little more pigmented. I think Poppy is actually the most pigmented of the 3, but that's Poppy. And then the final one is in the shade, actually the shade Berry. So that's what that one looks like. And as I said, these are great to layer underneath this Berry Blast shade, so having a sort of a berry kind of theme with the lip products. And then I have some of the Bite lip products as well, because I really love these as well. So I have one that's more berry shade. I'll start with that. So this is also something I wanted to like layer possibly underneath the Berry Blast lip gloss. This is the Muse Bouche from Bite in the shade Fig. So it's also that sort of, it's a little bit more pink shade, but I thought it would pair really nicely with this lip gloss. It's just trying to have some like options versus just wearing the Project 10 pan items. Also from Bite I have this is the matte cream lip crayon in the shade Glacé. It was from the Bite, the Sephora birthday gift this year. It's what I'm wearing currently. It's more of like a mauvey shade, which I really do like with more taupey colors. So wanted to pull this in as well as an option, just if I want to wear something a little bit different than what I'm trying to pan, because sometimes you just need a break from what you're panning. And then I have 3 more of the Bite Muse Bouche lipsticks. So I have the shade Chai, which was also from the birthday gift. So my birthday was in August, so I haven't been able to play with these products that much, so I still want to be able to use them this fall, which I think this is a great fall shade as well. So I have the shade Chai. And then similar to the shade Chai, I also have the shade Rhubarb. That's what that one looks like. And I recently used up the Muse Bouche and Pepper, and I think both of these shades are pretty close to that, so I definitely want to play around with them, and I think again they're great fall shades. And then the final lip product I have is also very like cool toned and I think like a fun like fall color, and it's the shade Thistle from Bite. So that's what that one looks like. And yeah, that's everything. So some lip colors to play around with. I feel like it's just like a good amount of makeup that I still have the stuff I'm focusing on for my Project 10 pan, but then I also have some fun makeup that I can create some different looks with. So anyway, that is my fall makeup bag. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.